Okay, so you have your iron plugged in, and you have this all the way to the left or the right. I don't know, some irons may be different. And you'll have it on cotton most of the time. There's many different settings. When you iron clothes, you want to make sure that you leave it plugged in and wait till the light turns off before flipping the switch to auto steam. There's many different ways to wash clothes. I do it shorthand, but I'm going to do it longhand for the people that taught me the best, my parents and grandparents. And it might ding too, mine just dinged. So then you just flip it. And you don't want to sit the iron on your clothes too long, face down, because it will burn your clothes. I think I'm doing this right. You can comment below if I'm doing it wrong, but you can put the shirt on this side and rotate it and keep rotating it to do all the sides. I think it's mainly for the collar. If you go over flappy parts and stay on it too long, it might create a crease, so you just want to get the creases all the way out. And I'm holding it because I don't have equipment yet for my videos. I'm just going to use that for the top. That's mainly for the collar. And correct me if I'm wrong, when you go over certain kind of buttons, you want to not go over buttons because it might either loosen the thread, or if they're cloth buttons, it might mess them up. I'm just not sure. I personally do the sleeves first because they're the easiest. Some people do it different. I do it where the seam line is. Some people do shirts and pants on the opposite seam so that they have a crease down the middle. I didn't do a good shirt for ironing because you can't see the seams, but it's my going out and hanging out shirt, so it's my favorite one. This video is going to be so choppy with me holding the phone. I do one sleeve, I flip it over to the back side, do the back side, and then I do the other sleeve on the back side and flip it to the front. Sometimes I do it one sleeve at a time, sometimes I switch them up. I'm switching it up in this video. Sometimes when you do the main front and back of the shirt, it'll recreate, for at least for me it does, it'll recreate a wrinkle So you might have to do the front and the back several times. Some shirts on the ends will bow backwards, so you can push a little bit and it'll get it out. I think what people taught me is to undo the buttons, and sometimes these are folded, so you unfold those, increase them out. I may be doing it wrong, but I just go straight over. I don't touch the buttons myself because it scared me when people told me that the buttons might get messed up. If you haven't already figured out, this is the long way. And you just make sure there are no creases. The next shirt will be different because it has a crease. On the back. And it's an old-timey crease where that one's done. See? Some old shirts, that one doesn't have it. They will have a stitch right here, and then they'll have creases going down the back of the shirt. I don't have one of those for this video, so it'll have to be done next time. And then you just hang your shirt up on a hanger and put it in your closet. That one took 7 minutes to do that. For me, I leave my shirt on a hanger because it holds the seam for the top of the shirt. This one you can tell that it's definitely wrinkled. So I just do the same thing. When I do the arms, I go to the seam of the arm and I stop. But that's just me. You can do the whole section there if you want. Yep, now you witness me drop my phone again. If you have really stubborn ones like that, they may take a lot longer to do. I know you just heard me cough when I don't have the Rona. Ha ha. See, there's a stubborn one. Sleeves to me are the easiest part because they typically don't do what they want. They do what you want. Some people fold their sleeves when they put their shirt on. So it's best to unfold the sleeves if they are folded. so that you don't get any creases. Pants are a little different than shirts. In terms of what people like my grandparents did and what I do. See, this one is lifting up at the same time. You can hold it down, but like I said in the intro, do not leave it sitting too long. It'll cause a crease. And actually, this shirt does have creases. I didn't see that. So obviously you'll want to get the crease to where it's nice and neat, and then go over the top of it. And when you do it on the hanger, then it's ready to go in the closet, and that only took 4 or 5 minutes according to the time. I'm going to double iron these pants, even though they're going to be already ironed, to show you first the long technique and then what I do. Most of every kind of clothes that you use are cotton, so you'll want to stay on the cotton setting. You can do each of the legs, or you can do the top, then the legs. I always start with the legs and arms on shirts and pants. When you iron over embroidery, like jackets have stuff that's knitted in or stuff like that, you want to go easy over that stuff, because I think it may loosen the fibers, maybe. You want to get where the belt is. This is the long way. You flip it over and flip it over. There are 2 different ways to do pants that I've heard. You can either do them flat like this with the seams on the sides, or you can turn them like this. Where the seam is down the middle, to have your crease on the front and the back. Some people like the crease in the middle. That's the other way to do it. So that was the long way. That took 3 minutes. Me personally, I lay the pants out like they're folded up on the hanger, and I undo them off the hanger and lay them out like so. where the creases are still on the sides. I don't know how to do the crease on the front on this way, but I think I can figure that out. And then you iron the pants on one side. Don't flip it inside out yet. Flip it over to the other side. And then you iron that side. And then that's half of it. And then you flip it. This is my shorthand to where the pockets are facing out. And it's the same process, but you don't have all that flipping inside and out, forwards and backwards. You just, now you've done all four sides without having to do all that flipping. My guess is for the ones that want the crease on the front, is you fold it not in half, but you fold it where the pockets on the front and back, and then you iron it side to side, and that may give you the crease here, most likely. And that is pants and shirts, and that only took 2 minutes versus the 4. Thank you. Comment below if you like. Again, I don't show my face in videos because that's a good way to keep your identity safe if you don't want to be seen on camera. Some people don't like to show their face because that's their personality. When you get done, be sure to flip it back over and unplug it. And I didn't show you how to do the water because mine was full. But I can add that. Most iron boards come, or irons come with one of these, I think. Or you can buy them at the store. You fill it up to maybe right there. It'll fill up your iron if you fill it up to here. That'll be just enough water to fill your whole iron up. And then most irons will have a hole in the top. And you pour the water in there. And it has a match line for a reason, so that when the iron, so it doesn't spill out the hole, I think. Thank you.